Hello friends. So today we are going to discuss on the machine hour rate calculation. So here what I'll do, like I'll keep sharing the costing videos in future. So this is the first video I just started, and for a costing like machine hour rate, first we need to calculate. If suppose we are doing any the process zero based costing, so machine hour rate we have to calculate like in a particular hour how much the cost that machine cost would be there. So based upon that, will calculate the process cost. So a machine hour rate, like as I explained, in a particular hour, how much cost would be there, and then in that particular hour, the production output we will get. Say then the machine hour cost divided by the output of a machine in a hour. So we will get a per part the process cost. So then the next is the asset for machine hour rate we have to first calculate, we have to get the asset detail like the machine cost, how much the cost would be there, then depreciation, how much the depreciation would be there. Say suppose if the machine would run in a single shift, then the depreciation could be the 12 years. And if suppose the machine is running in all the three shifts, then the depreciation may consider the 8 years. And normally, for if you don't have anything, then the 10 years normally considered in an industry, right? Then the second is the yearly working hour. Say the available hour and the working hour. Say in a machine hour rate, if we are calculating, so we have to get first the working hour. Say suppose if a machine will run in a single shift, then the available working hour would be based upon the single shift only, not the total available hour. So that I'll explain when in the next slide will come. Then for the machine hour rate, like there are the two type of cost. One is the fixed cost and the other is the variable cost. So fixed cost would be like say uh, whether you are producing part, or say suppose whether the machine is running, or if or whether it's not running. So the fixed cost will remain. So like the depreciation cost, the interest cost, so those all are the fixed cost. So that I'll explain in the next slide. Then the second is the variable cost. So variable cost is like when we produce the parts, so then only it will incur, like the material cost, the consumable cost. So those are then the manpower cost also. So those are the variable costs. So then the first, as I explained, like we have to get the asset detail. So here, for example, we have considered we bought a machine of 10 lakhs, and the 10 lakhs is the landed cost, like considering everything, all the installation, so all the charges. So that's a landed cost. So here, as an example, we have considered a machine cost of the 10 lakhs. Then the machining operating area. Say here for calculation we have considered like the 50 square feet area will be consumed by that particular machine during an operation. Then the machining efficiency 85%. It will never be 100%. Say there would be a breakdown also, there would be a maintenance also. So other so many factors would be there. So considering that, the efficiency of a machine would be 80%. 85% normally we considered for calculation. Then the second would be in depreciation. So depreciation here I have considered in the machining, the life of a machine is in say 10 years. So if a machine life is 10 years, means in a year the 10% of cost will be depreciated. Okay, then the machine bank interest also would be there. Say whatever machine you bought, so that the amount you might have taken from bank, or maybe if it's an debt-free company, so whatever means you have to consider that an interested amount from the owner also. So interest rate here for calculation we have considered 10% in India. So one Excel sheet also I'll share across so that you can use for any of your calculation. So only you need to put in the variable data over there. So that I'll explain also at the last of this discussion. And the password of that Excel file would be at the rate of 132. Then the working hour in an year. Say, as I explained, like we can't consider the total available hour. Say, suppose if we are running a machine for 1 hour, so sorry, 8 hour shift if we are running, that so we have to consider an 8 hour shift, not fully 21 days, 21 hours in a day sort of. So here, say we have for a calculation, we have considered like the machine will run on a three shifts, and the available working hour we all know 24 hours a day, so 8 hours per shift would be an the work the total available hour. Then the number of working hour would be like, say, suppose normally half an hour, say, suppose the lunch time, if it is there, and then the 15 minutes, the two tea break, if it would be there. So considering like 1 hour would be the break hour. So then the 7 hours per shift would be a working hour. And then the in a day, the working hour would be 21 hours. Okay, then the second is like number of working day in a year. It's quite simple now. So 300 days, as we discussed in the last slide. So 300 days would be available days, and then the Sunday would be an holiday here in India. So in India, like it's a 6 day week, and then the 50 weeks. So multiplying that by with this, then the 300 days. So normally in industry now, 5 days week also there. So here then 50 into 5, we then the total working days will come. Then the working hour in a year, like as we shared, like the 21 hours in a day would be available, and then the total days would be 300 days. So then the total available hours would be 6,300 hours. And because the 85% efficiency I have considered for calculation, because it will never be 100% as I explained earlier. So considering that, then the 5355 hours, the actual hours available would be there for that particular machine. So now there is a fixed cost, as I explained. So fixed costs will remain whether you are using machine or whether the machining is producing something or not. So in depreciation, normally in the fixed cost, the three costs would be is there. One is depreciation, then the space, the rent would be there, and then the interest cost. So depreciation, like for calculation, I have considered of the 10 years of the life of that machine. So considering that, like the 10 lakhs would be the machine cost, and then the 10%, the yearly depreciation cost would be there. So 1 lakh would be the depreciation cost in a year. And in India, like over this cost, the owner or the company gets an the tax benefit also. So this also, like we can, like in India, it's a 30% benefit the owner will get. So that benefit also we can consider here, like considering 30% benefit he is getting. So with that, like 70,000 actual cost depreciation cost would be there, which will be impact to the company. So here I have not considered that particular benefit, so I have taken a 1 lakh. So then the depreciation cost, because 1 lakh is the total cost, and 5355 the hours, working hours will be there in a year. So with that calculation, 18.68 is the Indian rupees per hour, the cost for depreciation. Then the space rent, as like for calculation, we have considered like 50 square feet of the area the will machine consume for operation. Then the 12 rupees per square feet is in monthly the rent, and after multiplying with the 12, so 7,200 Indian rupees, that amount, the rent will be there for that particular area per machine, you can say. And after dividing 5355, the total available are, so 1.35 is the rent cost per hour. Then the interest cost, because we considered like 10 lakhs, the company has taken a loan. So over that 12% is then yearly that interest the company has to pay to the bank or the agency, and then divided by total again the 5355. So per hour interest cost would be 22.4. So with this calculation, like fixed cost then would be 18.68 plus 1.35 plus 22.4, then the cost would be 42.43 Indian rupees per hour. So this is the fixed cost. Then the next is the variable cost. So variable cost like manpower cost, power cost, repair maintenance cost, the consumable cost. So these are the variable costs. Say whenever we use the machine, so at that time only it incurred. Like say manpower, say whenever the machine will run, so at that time only the manpower is needed. Power cost also, say whenever the machine start, so at the same time that the power cost consumption will start. So like in manpower cost, we consider like there is an manpower of 500 rupees per shift consumption would be there. Uh, Say manpower is like say suppose one manpower I have considered here. Suppose if you want to add any supervisor, helper, so that also you can add here. Like say suppose supervisor is taking care of three machines. So whatever the supervisor cost would be there. So after dividing by three, the supervisor cost will come over there, and then the same as of a helper, right? Then the per hour cost, say suppose the 7 working hour would be there in a shift. So with that, like 71.43 is an manpower cost for that machine will be there. Then the power cost, say power cost, we consider like it's a 7.5 kilowatt consumption for that machine, and load factor we have considered 100%, and then we have taken like over a regular electricity 80% machine will run, and 20% the genset also utilized in case of the power goes off. So with that, like 80%, as I shared, like it will run on the regular the regular machine, the regular uh, power, whatever from electricity board comes, and then the 7.5 is the kilowatt. 7.5 kilowatt means in a hour 75 unit that a machine means the unit get consumed. So 80% of that unit multiplied by the 7 Indian rupees per unit, the cost comes in an industry. So after multiplying all these, like 42 rupees, Indian rupees in an hour consumption with the main power. Genset, there is an 16 rupees normally comes because it's a diesel consumption or CNC consumption. So with that per unit or per hour rate is an 16 hour. So with that 24 rupees and genset the cost in a hour. So the total power cost will come like 42 plus 24. So it is 66 rupees. Then the repair, maintenance, and spare cost also would be there. So that is 2% per annum. Like the 10 lakhs is the machine cost of then 2%. And then the total cost after dividing with 5355, the total hours available. Then the 3.75 is the repair, maintenance, and spare cost. Then the consumable cost also would be there. So normally in industry, the cutting machine I'm talking about, like the CNC, the turning center, the vertical machining center, HMCs. So considering everything like the inserts all there, cutting the different tools are there, and then the different consumables are there. So normally it's a 50 rupees per hour cost normally comes. So considering that like the total variable cost will be 71.43 plus 66 plus 3.74 plus 50, like it is 191.17, the variable cost per hour. So with this, like the total machine hour cost would be the machine hour of fixed cost and then the per hour of variable cost. So fixed cost per hour would be is like 42.43. Variable cost is 191.17. So the total machine per hour rate or per hour cost is 233.60. So after if suppose the machine is producing 50 100 pieces, suppose in a if suppose in a hour 100 pieces is the production outcome of the machine. So then in that case, after dividing by 100, so total 2.33 the per piece operation cost would be there for that particular machine. So hope you will get the ideas like how we calculate the machine hour rate. So after this, with machine hour rate, easily we can get or calculate the per piece cost of the component. So during the like presentation, as I shared, like I have prepared this Excel sheet. So this Excel sheet you can use for calculation of any machine. So here, whatever I have highlighted, so a highlighted cell you can change. After you can change, and then automatically this calculation will be updated. Say suppose if you will change an US dollar, if you want to calculate a machine cost in US dollar, so you just change it here, and then you have to put all the cost in US dollar only, like the machining cost. If suppose in US dollar you have to get, then say suppose here I'll take this INR only. So say suppose the 10 lakhs we considered, so 10 lakhs I have taken here. Then you can put the week hour. So 50, it's a 50 week available in a year. So this and then the hours per day, as I shared, like it's 7 hours, total 21 hours. I explained earlier. 85% is the efficiency we considered here, and then the 10% depreciation, 12% interest, as I explained, and then the available square feet area, so that also you can change. Then the rent per month, 12, as I shared, like the 12 rupees per square feet rent per month I have considered here for calculation. Then the manpower cost, the 500, the manpower per shift cost. It's a per shift, not hour. So this I'll change. Then the power consumption, like it's a 7.46 kilowatt machine if it is there. Load factor also you can change. Then the main power unit, it's a 7 hour is the regular, 7 Indian rupees per unit is the regular rate. Regular means from electricity board. And from genset 16 rupees you can change it here. If you'll change it to 18, so the calculation will change automatically. Then the main power, that ratio, as I explained, like 80% is the regular from electricity board, and then the genset 20% we have considered here. Then the repair, maintenance and spares, like we have considered 2% per annum of total machine cost, or the total landed cost, right? Then the consumable cost, say 50, the Indian rupees per means the per hour is the consumable cost. So these all had explained in PowerPoint presentation. That already has explained. So hope I have explained well, and you got an idea of like how we calculate machine hour rate, and with that machine hour rate, then we can further drill that down to the part cost. So thanks everyone for watching this video, and I'll keep sharing the costing videos, different video also I'll keep sharing. So I'll keep that separate. So regarding supply chain videos also I'll keep sharing. And if you have understood and you want me to keep sharing the videos, so I appreciate everyone just subscribe my this channel, and click on the the bell icon also. So whenever I'll share the upcoming video, whenever I'll share the new videos, so you will get an like I means with that you'll get an intimation for that. So thanks again. Thanks for watching my video, and thanks everyone. Bye.